Hi guys, we're back again for another Codex Tourney replay commentary. This time it's a game between Deso and Dayyalu. The first game will be take place between Dayyalu's Imperial Guard against Deso's Orcs in Fata Morga. Let's take a look at how this game unfolds. Dayyalu starting with Imperial Guard on top of the map. Gets 2 guardsmen and 1 tech priest. Infantry command will be going up shortly with just 1 engineer. Meanwhile, orcs of course going for the standard the boys hut. And 2 Gretchens plus 2 slugger boy squad. Orcs doesn't really have that flexibility when it comes to openings. The build order is pretty much the same, but you can choose whether to have 3 sluggers or 2 sluggers as opener. While Big Mac will surely come out, but this time he goes for shooter boys first to capture this point. And I'm not sure why this Gretchen squad is just standing still and not building something. Usually you'll get a water banner or a power generator, but instead he decides not to. And it looks like there's only 1 Gretchen squad. Interesting. Did Deso forget? That can't be right. Okay, why is there 2 squad here? What is he doing with all this resource? I'm confused. Without a WA banner, there'll be very low population for the orcs. And he's not getting power generator as well, so there'll be no upgrades. For the listening post early in the game, okay, instead spends all the cash to get fast amount of listening posts and Big Mac, 50% now. Let's turn our attention to the Imperial Guard, who has recently completed training a command squad. That's pretty late, and a lot of power seems to have been spent on a turret here. No wonder there's only 5 power left and no generator. That's pretty risky here. All 4 listening posts is either constructed or under construction, and this lone command squad is getting a priest reinforced, but decides on the last minute not to charge in and back off. Let's look at situation on the orc side. 68-0 economy. They're pretty fast to build. And he gets the wall banner here. Not really a good spot in my opinion. It's very exposed, and that's the first wall banner as well. Slugger boy is moving across the map, while the shooter boy is sticking with the Big Mac, trying to harass here a bit. He knows he can't take too much damage, but he probably wants to see what's going on. And this command squad getting the full suit, priest and psyker. And we have here the guardsman. He's gonna try to complete this capture of the critical location first before retreating, hopefully. And yes, Dayyalu retreats. And this shooter boy's harass might kill 1 tech priest. Oh, jumps in, bunker, nice play. Last gun will commence firing, and I think that the Big Mac should really retreat now before he takes too much damage, reattach and teleport out. Instead he wants to fight. Okay. I don't agree with this. So much damage taken by the Big Mac. Too much damage taken. What's he doing? He lost a Big Mac like that. Wow. I'm pretty shocked. Second shooter boy squad arrived, but it's too much damage now for the shooter boys to deal with. Deso making a critical error so early in the game. And Imperial Guard now has no reason to hold back. They must attack, capitalize on this advantageous situation, you know. This is a huge opportunity. Sluggers managed to capture this central critical location, but it should be captured pretty soon without much resource gain. Look at that, Slugger boys driving away 2 full squad of guardsmen. I don't agree with that. And this command squad seems to be a little bit too cautious. There's a huge advantage to be had here. You had him by the ropes, really. But okay, that's fine. We are so close to tier 2, hitting the button on tier 2, and a tactical control was completed, and so we'll see the first battle armor upgrade getting given, as well as the morale upgrade, perhaps. Maybe should start decapping. Yep, a little bit of bad map control for Imperial Guardsmen. But so far, grenade launchers will prove to be quite crucial here. But beware of friendly fire. Might be worth it to set the command squad to range stance right now. But let's pause a bit and take a look at the orc side. 9210 economy and pile of guns already completed, so we might see a heavy boy armor being researched soon. Or has it already been researched? A replacement Big Mag is launched. Heavy boy armor research started. He has much better map control, but lost Big Mac so early in the game, and that will cost him a lot of resource to replace. A bit unnecessary, I think. He has teleport on cooldown, could just easily attach himself to the shooter boys and teleport out. Anyway, that's in the past, so let's not dwell on it. And it looks like he has lost no squad at all. Pretty surprising. The Storm Boys is out, and Heavy Boy Armor is up, and he's on 2 WoW banner right now, with a healthy population of 2935. Imperial Guardsmen, they should be hitting tier 2 shortly, so I'm pretty interested in how to see how they play. Tier 2 Psyker, of course, will gain access to Curse of the Machine, as well as Lightning Arc, so more additional burst damage against squad infantry. And he's getting the Uncommon Valor, of course, that will increase the hit points of all their command squad member by 100, as well as increasing the cap by 2, so he can get 2 more Psyker or 2 more Priests or 1 Commissar whatsoever. And he starts construction of the mechanized command immediately. But I don't agree with this lack of LP2, really. He should really go heavy on LP2. 8640 is pretty low for tier 2. You can see here the massive army managed to wipe out 1 guardsman, which is on capping duty on this critical occasion. So right now Dayyalu is in trouble. He only has 1 squad of guardsmen and 1 command squad. And 1 commissar is out. We'll probably use him to execute, but not sure whether this is enough damage. Really needs something else. He's getting a basilisk. He has 1 turret here, and this listening post is not upgraded. And the Storm Boys will simply close in and nullify the grenade launchers, so command squad will have to retreat, can't deal with this. Psyker was killed immediately under big shooter's fire. This turret is doing some work, but this listening post should have been upgraded much earlier, and maybe this grenade launcher. Garrison the mechanized command, but really, the lack of gunfire coming from this listening post is really going to hurt them a lot. Deso focusing down the listening post first, knows that you can't afford to get it upgraded, and probably will decap this with a sluggus while he hits the tactical command instead of the mechanized command. That's pretty strange decision making here. This guardsman and squad can't really do much. Too demoralized, and this bolter cannot attack far enough. Tech Priest stands on the cliff, edge of the cliff, and start firing. This Tech Priest might die. Tries to jump to the mechanized command successfully, occupying the 2nd slot, firing plasma now. This guardsman squad should really jump back in. Basilisk is out, firing point blank, and it looks like the orcs are in trouble now. But the lack of grenade launcher here shows a lack of micro so far, and orcs really going all in now unnecessarily. Yes, Big Mac finally researched his cooldown ability to disable Basilisk, but too much losses, decides to pull out with a teleport, and guardsmen survive this crazy encounter. This Basilisk really saved their lives. We'll have to rebuild this listening post quickly, but no resource can be spared right now. He's putting all his resource on overwatching guardsmen, really. Should really get more grenade launchers right now. We'll probably try to retake the map. Deso already triggered the countdown. Let's take a look. 8040 economy for Imperial Guards, and 9820 much better from the orcs. Obviously they have more upgraded listening posts and map control. And this Basilisk a little bit being a little bit too brave here.
What can we do
I can see tank busters being researched maybe. Knob squad instead. Tank busters already out, but no infiltration. Anyway, infiltration wouldn't really work very well because psychers can detect. So Deso will have to play very carefully here. Basilisk will start raining fire from very extreme range. Maybe if the guardsman's smart, they can even cripple him. He's already at 5 banners, I think. No, it's 4 banners. This banner is in danger of being destroyed. Anyway, he decides to go in. Storm Boys will now try to lock down this guardsman squad instead of attacking this Basilisk. Meanwhile, the Knob squad will try to engage from close range. Yes, I can see the plan here. Basilisk moved too far forward, and once again, Big Mac stuns the Basilisk. Guardsman leaving behind its Basilisk. A very valuable resource spent on Basilisk here, and it will be destroyed by Knob squad. Can't really escape. Locked down completely. Storm Boys performed its function properly, admirably, shutting down the guardsman that's trying to provide cover to the Basilisk, and this orc will surely take out this this Basilisk now with the tank busters arriving too late. Deso having a little bit of nerves perhaps, and winning the engagement in the center so far, and guardsman will be forced to retreat. Definitely retreat. This command squad has 5 members now, so a little bit scattered perhaps, but this turret once again proving cover fire. 98-20 economy still on the orc side as they enter the enemy territory, while the guardsman at 92-40. That's a good economy, and tries to get another basilisk to replace, and no upgrade on this listening post yet. Why? You know they're coming again from this direction. Teleport straight away. That's a very good teleport here for the big shooters to get in range pretty quickly and open fire. Guardsman jumps in. Basilisk is out again, but he's trying to wheel away before he can take too much damage. And this guardsman command squad is really putting in work, locking down this Big Mac squad. And tank busters really should try to locate this Basilisk. I think Deso has not seen it yet, so let's pause and switch view to the other side and see whether he can see the Basilisk firing, and just barely outside his field of vision. What will Deso do? Retreat for now, I bet. Yes, once again Basilisk saved the guardsman just in time, and this sentinel is trying to destroy this wall banner, but the tank busters arrive in time to stop it from happening. 86-20 economy. After losing some critical locations, Deso should really spend some resource on getting the listening post upgraded, and it looks like one listening post was destroyed by the sentinel because of its low hit points. Yeah, once again I miss a harassment attempt, but nothing big so far. Both sides showing a little bit of back and forth here, but so far Deso is making the more critical error. However, Sentinel is still alive and decaptures the critical location for free. Deso will take another -6 hit to the income. Should really just spend the upgrade on the listening post immediately, just for added hit points and resource. This one as well should really spend. He needs a lot of resource right now. 86-20 economy, and not a good map vision here. Dayyalu will start to take and hold victory pretty soon after controlling the second point, and gets, of course, his favorite heavy bolter turret right in the middle across the map. Deso, meanwhile, will respond to this situation with a mech shop, probably counting on vehicles to deal with it. Let's see what happens here. Construction complete. What will he get? War truck or war truck? No construction being queued up, and not enough resource to get to tier 3. Orcs, meanwhile, has a huge army here. Knobs, Shooter Boy squad, and tank busters. We'll try to make an attempt to recapture this critical location. Not sure whether he should do that, and this listening post is still not yet upgraded. That's a lot of resource not being earned. I disagree with that, really. You shouldn't be moving your entire army just to capture this critical location. And use his tank buster squad to cap, while this sentinel is back out again. This sentinel might not escape in time. Tank busters should start shooting. Ugh. Why? Why are you using tank busters to cap? Wartrack is up, and Wartrack gets a bomb chucker. Turns into an artillery of sort. It's gonna turn the Wartrack into anti-infantry support. So, Deso finally using vehicles, you know? It's been a while. And he counter fires, sees a lot of minefields. Yes, nice try, but Deso Big Mac can detect. So not a lot of damage will be done before it gets destroyed. Minefield did not really pay off. And this listening post might get destroyed. Basil is already raining fire from long distance. Let's see where's the location of the Basilisk now. There it is. We'll try to pull back. Orcs trying their best to deal some economic damage here. Dayyalu meanwhile still counting down the time, and it looks like they've hit tier 3. Orcs in trouble right now. Really in trouble here. Look at that, the amount of guardsmen just pouring out and attacking from the rear. Knob squad will try to lock it down in melee, and this Wartrack will probably be destroyed in one more shot. Doesn't need to. Guardsman deals the killing blow. This Tank Buster squad is in the middle of nowhere, gets detected by Psyker, and Psyker will probably deal with them pretty quickly. Look at this amount of damage by the Guardsman grenade launchers. Woo! Orcs' army is completely decimated here. While the Orcs' Sluggus decaptures and cancels taken hold, however, that's a pretty small comfort. Because Deso's army is about to get wiped out pretty soon. There it is. No army left. But does Dayyalu have enough guts to push through? And look at this. That's why I said you don't get the banners constructed here, especially not against the Imperial Guard. Look at this. This 2 banner will go down pretty fast, and that will lowers this is population cap and technology for sure. That means the first game is gone for Deso. It calls GG. Good play, well played by Dayyalu's Imperial Guard, having all the ace. Basil is proving to be the biggest key to this whole entire mission, providing a lot of artillery support, disrupting Deso's mainly infantry army. He tries to get vehicle support in forms of war tracks and tank buses, but they prove to be very insufficient. And his economy did not really take off. He should upgrade more of his listening posts, really. They're cheap and they pay off really fast. Not enough resource to absorb losses, and Deso will have to play better in the second game as Space Marine against Chaos. But that's his map pick, so I'm looking forward to him playing better in the second game. So let's take a look now at his second game, Dayyalu's Chaos against Deso Space Marine. The map pick is Blood River. Okay, that's gonna be exciting here. Dayyalu starting at the bottom of the map. Heretic Forced Labor going for a straight Chaos Temple, and 2 cultists plus heretics queued up. Let's take a look on the other side of the map. Space Marine going straight for 1 Scout Harass here, while queuing up second Servitor and 2 Scout Marine squad. Deso, I hardly see you play Space Marine Harass, so I'm looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to this. Reinforcing Scout Marine, of course, just to let the harasser have a chance to absorb a few blows and not get wiped. Meanwhile, this cultist squad is just completing the capture of this first strategic point, and this heretic still at good HP. But Deso spots this immediately and kills the weaker one. And if he gets hit before the power generator can be completed, it'll be huge. It'll be really huge, and goes into melee so he can't be disrupted. Construction was cancelled or temporarily suspended. Dayyalu should really get another heretic soon and just get this thing done, because no income right now. And Chaos Lord is the wrong thing to get at the first in this kind of map, because early harassment here. Fully reinforced scout is gonna take a long time to kill with just plain cultists. Should really get 1 Chaos Space Marine as as, a, as an insurance, you see. But here we have Force Commander coming out. Chaos Lord is out as well. And still, okay, finally gets it completed by using a new heretic, this train. But this squad of scouts has completely shut down any build-up, has completely slowed down the build-up of Dayyalu's economy. And this could be the turning point here. Force Commander is out. We'll probably shoot down this cultist for free. Let's take a look. Yeah, 4410 economy. That's pretty bad. Dayyalu will really have to build his economy quickly. Maybe get the heretic to work together and forced labor. Meanwhile, engagement here. This scout marine squad is still fully reinforced, but this force commander should really fire at long range instead of chasing this cultist in melee. I don't agree with this play at all. Should really take down this Chaos Lord. Yes, finally he notices. This scout marine is a little bit isolated. Deso really dancing with death here. But the Chaos Lord loses his nerve, decides to pull back. Cultist squad tries to finish off this lone scout marine, but have terrible accuracy while on the move. Tries to close in instead. Dayyalu should really switch to range stance. But negative cover finally put an end to the escape attempt. And it looks like the cultist might finish the job here. Rushes into the enemy base, finds all the strategic points planted with listening posts. Chaos Lord just blamming away at this listening post behind. 50-10 economy still for Dayyalu. Still bad. And I still don't understand why this force commander is in a melee stance while chasing down this cultist. Chaos Lord, meanwhile, didn't inflict enough damage to the listening post and ran away before doing anything. Woo! A lot of float. Hits tier 2 button. Pretty daring and gutsy to hit tier 2 button at 5620 income. Meanwhile, Space Marine. Finally, Force Commander adopted a range stance, and that will make it easier for them to deal with this cultist harassment. Space Marine should just stay put, yes, and protect this servitor. Space Marine having a lot of delays as well in tier 2 now. Should really upgrade some listening posts to get additional resource going. Chaos Lord, meanwhile, re-enters engagement with this listening post that is being upgraded. Deals a lot of damage. Chaos Lord, really, a huge melee powerhouse in early game. Force Commander, don't idle, come on. But is forced to retreat upon seeing two squad of Marines approaching. Dayyalu still has no real army except for severely depleted cultists and one Chaos Lord. Deso, realizing this, makes a counter attack. Dayyalu, he's about to enter tier 2 with 5620 economy. Not gonna be enough. He needs to start upgrading his listening post if he wants to have a chance to get something in tier 2. But it looks like he might not. This cultist squad gets wiped pretty fast, I must say, and this Chaos Lord is bleeding already, losing 400 hit points. Tier 2 is about to arrive in a few more seconds, but what will he get? He has 300 resource on both. We'll probably start a machine cult perhaps? I'm not sure. But Deso, still not hitting the tier 2 button. Instead, he goes T1.5 with armory, gets plasma pistol and bionics. I don't agree with this. Getting a defiler at this point might save Dayyalu, but not for long, really. It's really not for long. He's losing a lot of economy here. This 2 squad of Space Marine fully reinforced will make short work. But the Chaos Lord is really recovering a lot of hit points. Space Marine decaps and kills one heretic dead. Sees the machine pit. Really bad economy. 5620, and look at the amount of hit points lost. 1000 hit points gone just like that. But Defiler will come out shortly. Space Marine squad, meanwhile, arrives on the scene. Defiler is out. And here comes the problem. You know what? The best counter right now for Space Marine is to get the Scalp Rope and short circuit the Defiler. Well, he tries to deal with this. Chaos Lord survives. Pretty crazy match. Space Marine will have to retreat now. I don't agree with this engagement. No sense in trying to finish it now. If you see your opponent is tier 2 or you're still in tier 1.5, you should try to find a way to buy time. Retreat back to your base, get your economy up. Instead, Deso is still trying to force this engagement here. I don't agree with this. Gets a Skull Probe to short circuit, but I'm not sure. Chaos Lord gets killed, but in exchange, the Defiler kills the Force Commander and gets shut down by the Skull Probe for 10 seconds. That's not gonna be a lot of time, but taken whole victory in 6 minutes by Deso because he controls more critical location, takes the center and the rightmost points. Meanwhile, Space Marine squad is gonna try to hold this onslaught from the Defiler. What is he trying to do right now? Tier 2 in 6 seconds or so. We'll probably get another Skull Probe to shut down this Defiler. And it looks like it happened again.
Scouts ready.
Wow, this Brave Scout is on a suicide mission to decapture this critical location as well on the left side of the map. If Dayyalu does not notice it, it might lead to Deso having control of 3 critical locations that might trigger for countdown continue. Even though right now Deso is in trouble, he needs anti-vehicle quickly, and yes, he's getting a missile launcher, and this Skull Probe is doing work, shutting down the Defiler, making it possible for the Marines to get missile launcher in time and shut down this Defiler. But it's not cheap. Skull Probe is not cheap. At 65 requisition, it's actually worth more than it actually costs more than a Space Marine. So you can't really spam it, but it could be deadly if you use it against Necrons, because there's only one structure that can produce anything for Necrons, which is the Monolith. So if you use the Skull Probe on the Monolith, it could shut down production entirely for the Necrons. And we have an Assault Marine squad here. And we have one more Defiler on the way, killing a Scout by punching him midway in the screen. And decap is completed on the middle location, on the right side of the map. So the countdown is cancelled. Deso will have to fight for it again. And he goes for more Bionics and Melt-A-Bombs. Interesting. Combined arm here going on. And the Force Commander has been retrained. It's 9830 economy. Let's see how Chaos is dealing with this. 7430 economy, and no, this listening post is not yet upgraded, so that's a lot of loss of resource. This Chaos Marine squad will not survive. So little hit points. So why did you engage? Finish it. Oh man, that's a shame. That's a real shame. Deso did not finish off this Space Marine in time, gets reinforced. And we have 2 Defilers, 1 Chaos Lord. It's getting messy. Probably we'll have to get another Skull Probe. Yeah, at this point, Skull Probe spam might be a good idea. There we go, another Skull Probe is being deployed. And that shuts down the Defiler. And this Space Marine will easily deal with this Defiler. And probably not dealing with the Defiler actually. Just ignore it for a while and deal with the Chaos Lord and turn around again. Skull Probe will short circuit this Defiler. Look at the amount of damage this Defiler has taken, yet it's not being finished off. Anyway, missile launchers are being used, and it looks like Dayyalu finally will collapse here. His Defilers did not work out. His economy is about to get worse, 7430 now. He only has a single Defiler to defend his base, and tries to get another Heretic and Chaos Space Marine. He should have really upgraded his 2 listening posts here, and probably here. Some gunfire will help tilt the odds on his side while the Defiler takes cover here and here. So yeah, right now, completely on the mercy of the missile launchers. But still, Deso's still not finishing off this Defiler here. But maybe it's not really important at this point. Dayyalu takes enough points, enough critical locations to trigger a take and hold, but still, his base is pretty much defenseless right now. Not enough resource to get anything done. And why is this thing still standing? My god. Just kill it already. Yep. One more missile ought to do it. And that's it. No more Defiler. That should be GG. He tries to queue another Defiler, but that's not gonna save him this time. One Skull Probe already standing by to decapture, and that's GG. That was a good match between the two. Hope you guys enjoyed. What did... Huh? Got lucky? That's no luck. He... Whatever. That was no luck. If you ask me, that was no luck. Deso knows what he's doing. At the start of the game, that one scout really slowed down the Chaos economy so much that the build order got disrupted. Chaos tried to recover by rushing to tier 2 but did not upgrade the listening post, and that caused his economy to be very poor. And Deso, reacting properly, when he only has tier 1.5 against Defilers, he gets Skull Probe, and that bought him some time to get missile launchers. So that wasn't luck. That was pre-planned. A perfect response, a perfect counter response. I mean, how can you just mass Defiler while you're under fire from 2 missile launchers and Skull Probe that can shut it down at will? Your Chaos Lord wasn't really gonna hold anything at that point. Force Commander was fully upgraded, Bionics and target finders. Really no chance for Chaos to recover at that point with such a weak economy. Anyway, we see it here. Pretty stiff contest, but Deso edge ahead in military-wise, not surprised. And resource-wise, of course, he's ahead. Dayyalu did not recover from that early harassment. Rushes for tier 2, but as you can see here, even if he hits tier 2, he doesn't really spend it on research, just spamming Defiler over and over again. While Deso goes for full armory upgrade. And he even has a Grey Knight out by the end of the game. So that's one victory each for each player, and that will be determined in Game 3. So let's cut short this video and look forward to Game 3.